Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a World of Warships replay with me, Trust Anyone. Here we're on board with CaptOverPen from WOOKY on North American server. You might know CaptOverPen. He's a World of Warships community contributor on a North American server. And he's in my favourite ship in the game, the Fiji, on the Neighbours map. Now, some of you may know there is already a YouTube video on this channel of me playing in a division with CaptOverPen on this map. Where I got 7 kills, so I've got high hopes of this replay. We will see. He's domination. It's not a domination mode. It's a standard battle mode game.
Let's get to it.
And the good CaptOverPen is on his own. He hasn't got a division mate. Although, to be fair, CaptOverPen was partly falling asleep, I think, in the California he was driving, understandably, because it's pretty slow in the game that he played with me. But yeah, we have got high hopes of this. So there are no aircraft carriers, which is very good news. Not that the British light cruisers have a real problem with aircraft carriers. They're normally pretty decent at dealing with them. Only the one destroyer per side and only the one submarine per side. So we've got a U-69 on each side. We've got a Torigo on CaptOverPen's team and a Shiratsuyu on the enemy team. And it's 5 battleships from 5 cruisers per side. So we've got Colorado, Scharnhorst, New Mexico, Agincourt, Cavour. So Agincourt's very relieved there's no aircraft carriers. And on the enemy team, they have Poltava, King George V, Mackinson, New York, and Cavour. The cruisers are York, Fiji, the CaptOverPen, Pensacola, and De Grasse with the Agano on the green team, and the red team have got Amono, New Orleans, Pensacola, Dido, and Chungking. Still nothing spotted up on the enemy team thus far. With here we go. Now the first spotting, and the good captain is pushing a fairly sort of mid position. And using this chain of islands for cover, which is a very good move. Nice camo, CaptOverPen, I approve. A Dido, haha. So we've got a Pepsi and a Dido that have spotted up so far. Torigo is the DD. One DD we've got on our team is, of course, over there near the Dido, so supporting fire onto that Dido from the team is going to be important. Cavour is having a bit of a look at it. And a good captain has a bit of a look at it. We've also seen New York spot up just not too far from his home base, which pretty much means he probably started in the port and it's taken him all game to get there. Ooh. Some fire coming in from over there. We've seen Pensacola on the far flank. We've seen Poltava and King George V. So the heavy battleships are on the bottom IJ-12 line side of the map. So we should be seeing the likes of Cavour and Mackinson on the other side.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship detected.
CaptOverPen is spotted. There is the New York.
Activated.
Yeah, he's just in range, so he will be spotting a good captain, and the smoke consumable is being utilised, not surprisingly.
Smoke screen set.
It's got a lot of tools, the Fiji. It's got a heel, it's got torps, and it's got 4 turrets with armor piercing. Oh, nice citadel, and that should be a kill then with that on such low health. He's not even going to look at the kill. That's a classy player. That's a classy player.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Destroyed an enemy cruiser. Well done, CaptOverPen. Keeping the green team safe on the high seas. So single drop torps in the general direction of the New York that is pushing in. Now, it's unlikely those AK torps are going to get there because the New York A is so slow. But we'll see. You never know. If you don't drop, you don't know. So we have seen Amano on this flank as well. We've seen Cavor just doing the cover here. About to spot CaptOverPen. 10.1 concealment on the Fiji, just gets detected. There's the Dido, who's low.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
And Funky Cats in the Pepsi Cola wants fire upon the Cavor, because, well, he's about to get deleted by it if he's sailing that channel.
Enemy battleship detected.
It's always fun to see the British light cruisers in action. They are fantastic. Dido is still alive and low. Notice the captain is looking over in its general direction, and Amono's out there. Amono is quite dangerous because it's got those very long-range torpedoes. Those are the Japanese light cruiser line. Not really good drop angles, but 13-kilometer torpedoes. That's it's very easy for those torps to pick up hits. Captain is spotted, probably by Dido. There is Dido, should be an execution. We hope it should be. He's on 2 and a bit thousand. And that is enough. Excellent work by the good captain. Excellent work. Oh, and the Mono's been really chipped down by the Cavor. So this looks really, is he going to make this transition? He surely knows the captain's here, but doesn't seem to matter. Blap. That's three to the collection. And the Cavor was dealt with as well. So the Cavor that pushed in the middle was dealt with. So there's a little bit of a break between the two teams here. We've got a cluster of the green team stuck down in H12 I3. And we've got this strand of red ships from F4, G4, H5, 6, and 7. And then the group that Captain was with over on the far flank, up in currently now in the 8-9 line, pushing down, with the Agincourt more in the middle. Of course, Agincourt, we know how effective Agincourt can be with his secondaries, so not surprised that he's looking to try and push in and get some secondary action going. Always entertaining the Agincourt with secondaries. And, well, that's not too great, is it? Because Agincourt has gone down to KGV, and New Orleans has finished off the Colorado, so they've lost a Tier 7 battleship and a Tier 5. So only 2 battleships, 3 cruisers, a DD and a submarine left on CaptOverPen's team, and the enemy team have got 3 battleships, 2 cruisers and a submarine. So, importantly, the Shiratsuyu has been dealt with. And he actually got dealt with in C10. Or is that, yeah, that's, yeah, C10, yeah. Now, Tarico's in the middle of the map here, so he's doing a really good lot of spotting here. Tarico dropping torps. Captain sees an opportunity to chip down on the New Orleans from cover. There's nothing that can do anything to him. All the enemy teams on the other side of the map, so nice arcs on the Fiji, can even get them over that island as he's sailing right up close to it. Not this part of it, obviously, that's way too high, but again, New Orleans. Targeted by 1, CaptOverPen, so 2. So what else is looking to target him? Now he's undetected, he can get to freely farm the New Orleans from the cover of the island, using the low slope of the island here. On this side here, you can just farm him for free, which is really cool. Good use of this map. Trying to help with the Mackinson, given we don't have a shot at the moment on the New Orleans. New Orleans is still pushing in. And Mackinson is kiting. Ooh, a Pepsi Cola has appeared. Nom nom. Trigo is doing a great job of just keeping him lit up for the team. And the good captain's going to have a fair chance to send him to Davy Jones. You don't want to be sailing broadside to a Fiji. Doesn't seem to be wanting to correct his angling. Interesting choice. And yeah, well, not a very good choice. If you see a Fiji shooting at you, you're in a cruiser, you want to be angling appropriately immediately. Because the guns on the Fiji do reload reasonably well. And that New Orleans is super close here. Captain's looking for his top options. And there's going to be one.
Our team has taken the lead.
We've got Hydra available if we need it. We've got Smoke available if we need it. There he is. He's trying to kite. Oh, that's gotta hurt. 3 Sertals up the backside and the torpedo does complete him. Kraken unleashed. Devastating strike. Good work, Captain. Good work. And friendly torped by his own DD, just to rub salt in the wounds. However, fortunately, nowadays friendly fire does not cause damage, and he does apologise immediately in the chat. The Trigo. It's all good, says CaptOverPen, especially given that the friendly damage doesn't count anymore. Even without, if friendly damage had still been on, Captain would have been able to use some of the heals and claw some health back from that. So it wouldn't have been too much of an issue. Here he is now opening up on the Mackinson. The Mackinson is still alive and looking at the good captain with the armor piercing, and he slows and turns in as all good cruiser players should and mitigate the damage. I mean, occasionally you can slow and turn in and get citadel, but generally you're going to be less likely to be citadeled. And German dispersion and all that, I mean, what's the chances? Here's a good heavy salvo coming. Oh yes, that hurt. That hurt. But the Mackinson is there for the taking. Come on, Captain, come on. No more overpens. They're all good penetrations on the Fiji. Look at all those 5s. And then, well, non-pens and ricochets as well, but you get those all the time. Oh! The Cavor kill secured that, I'm sure. Ah, oh, dear me. CaptOverPen up to 96,000 damage done. And Uberhub in his Tarigo is, of course, doing the good spotting work. There is only the King George V left. And he is pretty deep in the map and getting focus fired, so Captain is going to push up here. So hopefully we'll get the sentry up 100 up on the board. Raise the bats. Cricketing analogy. It's a very British thing. 97 was still, well, is he going to take these torps from the carrier, from the submarine? He is going to take the torps from the submarine, and excellent effort, Captain Overpen. Good to see an excellent effort in the Fiji, of course, and many thanks for sending that along to me. I have thoroughly enjoyed watching that. We will drop that onto YouTube for you. If you haven't seen a good Captain Overpen, I do recommend you go and check him out over at twitch.tv/CaptainOverpen. And take care, folks. I'll catch you again soon.